Aloha, great job today. Tell you what, quick chord review. Just follow along with me. After you get done with your spider exercises of warming up, make sure that you're moving your thumb along in congruence with moving. So the G, individual pluck, I suggest pulling that thumb back in. Never rest it on top for the top one. And then the second one, absolutely. Move through. It's one felt swoop, and you can press your thumb behind here to touch very lightly, but you never want to have it up here and doing it like Humpty Dumpty sitting on a log. That's all I had to say as far as your pointer. Looks like you're keeping your fingers on the fretboard and not putting them way out in outer space, which is another great thing for the spiders to achieve. And thirdly, when we're playing chords and we need to see how a G major functionally can be played with both sets. Essentially, you could play a F major in a second fingering, same way, and then move that up to make a G major. Same chord, or put your pinky down here. So what we do is we realize how to play different chords or same chords in different ways for functionality. Some of that functionality would be something like a The concept behind that is this last chord that I ended on with a big old bar and the finger out here should not really be any different than playing a D7. And when you see the D7 is also being an F sharp diminished, the concept of playing it up here changes the way that we see our fretboard. So learning a G major means our G major shape is going to be played up here. But if we play that G major shape with a secondary fingering and bar after skipping a fret before it, we get a fuller chord. We don't have to worry about, is my C lining up with my G that's in the chord? Perfect if it does, but if it's not in the chord, it sounds wrong. Unless you put your pinky down, which we learned here, or you play it with your bar chord. So what we learned is how to play all these shapes. C major, C major, D minor, D minor, E minor, E minor, E minor, E minor, F major, F major, F major, G major, G major, G major, G major, G major, and then there's others, up the fretboard. And then A minor, yeah, A minor, A minor. We can still clearly keep going up. We have after A minor, B diminished. With a B diminished, we also have bar up the third fret and play what looks like at E7. That's B diminished. So you see how these shapes move around the fretboard in different ways and shapes and movements. Once you have 16, 17, 18, 20, 30, 80, 100, 2,000 songs, these changes and things won't seem so weird and off. So, sticking with our format, C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and C. If we were to go to the next chord that has one sharp, which is F, it would be G. C, D, E, F, G. It's 5 notes away. So the sharp will be 5 notes from nothing. F. In the key of G, G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, E minor, and then F sharp diminished, which you pointed out. Yeah, it's a D7. Beautiful. F sharp diminished goes to a G. Thusly, our next chord would be a D major. Why? Because after G, G, A, B, C, D. D has 2 sharps. One of them is F sharp. The next one is C sharp, because it's 5 notes from F. F, G, A, B, C. Or you could go, okay, D major. What's the note right before D? C. Cool. Your next sharp is C sharp. Ta-da. So D major, E minor, F sharp minor, G major, A major, B minor, C sharp diminished, or, and then it resolves to D. So the things that we were learning how to do, those inversions make sense that if we're playing in a song and it has like a C sharp diminished over here, and we do something like a to a D major. That would just be a C sharp to a D. Well, a B diminished to a C, it's the same thing. Each time we do it, we get a little bit better at seeing these chord structures. So this week, try and work on D major, E major, F major, G major. You just keep going, but throwing down our sharps and flats. Thusly, we should figure out in the key of C, no sharps, no flats. G, 1, it's F sharp. In the key of D, 2, there are F sharp and C sharp. In the key of A, there are 3, F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. In the key of E, there are 4, F sharp, C sharp, D sharp, and G sharp. In the key of B, there are 5, F sharp, C sharp, D sharp, G sharp, and A sharp. In the key of F sharp, there are 6, F sharp, C sharp, D sharp, G sharp, A sharp, and then E sharp. Believe it or not, E sharp is an F. And then lastly, in the key of C sharp, we just add all the sharps. A sharp, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, F sharp, C sharp, D sharp, G sharp, A sharp, E sharp, and then of course B sharp. That B sharp would be a C note, making every note C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, C sharp, which is no different than the actual intervals. Whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. However, we just name those notes differently. So what I'm doing right now is a great testament to be able to go C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. We can say D sharp, but then we have to realize we're gonna have like D sharp, E sharp, F double sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, C double sharp. And there's no point to have double sharps. That's why we call it E flat. E flat has 3 flats. It's much easier to say, okay, F has 1 flat, B flat has 2 flat, E flat has 3 flats. What are they? B, E, and A. Cool. E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D, and E flat. Much easier than saying it the opposite with sharps. So we'll get into that later, but you're doing a great job. Practice these. And just because it's awesomeness, try these with all of your rhythms. 1, rest, 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 1, rest, 1, rest, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1, and 1, and 1, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. If you can't do those last 16ths, slow down your original whole notes. It was good seeing you. Aloha.